Guys, today we're going to be making my 4-ingredient chocolate mousse. This is perfect for any time, but seeing as though it's Valentine's Day weekend, I thought that this would be really fun. So the ingredients you're going to be needing are some chocolate. So I'm using milk chocolate, but you can use dark. We have 200 grams of chocolate, 250 grams of heavy whipping cream, 3 eggs. So these have been separated, your egg yolks and your egg whites, and we have a little bit of sugar. Seeing as though it's Valentine's Day, we've got some little sprinkles, some chocolate chips. These are my favorite. These are Ghirardelli mini choc chips, and some marshmallows. You could add anything else in here. Cherries, raspberries are really good, dried fruit. First thing what we need to do is we're gonna melt the chocolate. That can be done in 2 ways. So you can melt the chocolate in the microwave, which I do because I'm #lazy girl. All you need to do is pop it into the microwave, burst for 30 seconds, open the door, give it a stir, another 30 seconds and stir. After about a minute, it's probably done. You can use the residual heat so the bowl will warm up, and that warmth will help melt the rest of the chocolate. So we're going to melt that in the microwave, or you can place this on a pot of boiling water. You want to make sure that the water is not touching the glass, but simmering at a low heat is recommended for a higher quantity, and if you want to be a lot more gentler on your chocolate. This being true if you're using a high quality chocolate or white chocolate as well. Doesn't melt as well in the microwave. Then we also have 2 large glass bowls here, and the next step is grabbing our cream. I'm gonna place that into, and try not to spill it, whip it until we hit fluffy peaks. I use egg whites because it gives a nice whippy consistency. Then the egg yolks also add some beautiful luxuriousness, but if you wanted to, you could just do it the 2 ingredients, and chocolate and cream is just simply yummy. If you want to increase the efficiency, just tip the bowl on its side, less surface area, so it's going to be more effective. This is heavy whipping cream. You can use thickened cream if you wanted to, but I think this is best whipping it yourself. So that's done. We're going to set that aside. We're going to get our chocolate. It's going to look like this. So the edges are starting to melt, and we're just making sure that we incorporate that, give it a stir, and it melts nice and evenly, okay? Another 30 seconds. The next step is for our egg whites. The key to whipping egg whites and to get the best result is to use room temperature eggs, but also to have really clean beaters and also a nice clean bowl. So whether you're whipping egg whites for a meringue, for a dessert specifically, but you want to incorporate as much air like we're doing for the mousse, we want to clean to remove any fat. Fat is the enemy to egg whites and volume. What I like to do is wash them and then also wipe it with a little bit of vinegar on a cloth, and that helps remove any excess fat that may have come through the dishwasher or cleaning process. Just gives you a ease of mind that your bowl and your beaters are nice and clean. I just use a little bit of regular vinegar, like white vinegar, like this, on a paper towel, and just wipe the beater itself, also the inside of the bowl. Check on our chocolate. Nice and melty. Perfect. We're gonna set that aside. So this is Calabar milk chocolate, but you can use whatever you like. So there's a little bit of non-melted pieces, but the bowl is nice and warm. Like I said, that residual temperature, the residual heat is going to make sure the rest of it is all nice and melted by the time we're ready for it. So egg whites into a bowl. The only other ingredient you're gonna be needing is your roughly about a tablespoon of sugar. This is caster sugar or baker sugar. It's a little bit more finer, so it dissolves quicker, but you don't need it. Just any type of sugar will do. We're gonna whip these until they're a bit foamy, and before we incorporate the sugar in there. We're gonna whip this until it hits stiff peaks, and that gives it a really strong protein structure to then incorporate into our mousse. Wait until it's opaque, a little bit longer. We're gonna sprinkle in our sugar, a little bit at a time. Nice and glossy. We use pasteurized eggs in Australia. You can pasteurize your eggs, or it's safe to eat if you want to make the mousse and eat it in 1 to 2 days. If you're in North America, if you can't get your hands on pasteurized eggs. But if you are worried, eat it fresh or get your hands on pasteurized eggs. You can see that it's getting quite glossy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna test firm peaks, stiff peaks, is picking it up and seeing how it Doesn't really keep its structure, but it does create a peak, but it flips over. That means it's still soft peaks. So we want to keep whisking. And I'm just turning as I go, just so that I can come in contact with all of that egg white. And can you see there's a lot more structure in there? Already you can see that it's keeping its shape. So if I do this and I pull up, see how it is keeping that little lip and it's not falling over. So that's perfect. Now's the fun part. We're gonna bring it all together. 3 egg yolks we're gonna incorporate into our chocolate. Gently using your whisk. Fat content in here is gonna make it really luxurious and delicious. And now we are going to mix it into our cream, about 1/3 of this cream, just so that it comes together. It's not as firm now, it's nice and loose as a liquid. Swap bowls, put your chocolate mixture into your egg white mixture. Sorry, your chocolate milk cream mixture. I do apologize. I haven't ever attempted with white chocolate, but I don't see why it wouldn't work. You just have to be a little bit more gentle in the melting process. Find that sometimes white chocolate is a bit more temperamental with melting. So we're just going from the bottom and lifting up, and we're folding to incorporate really gently that cream and chocolate mixture with your eggs. Next thing is our egg whites. When I separate them like this, you know, half or thirds, a little bit more vigorous and rougher with my folding than at the end. Just loosen this initial addition, loosens the batter up to then be able to incorporate the last bit of egg white or cream, getting rid of any big lumps. Beautiful, look at that. So this serves 2, but I think you can get, you know, depending on if you want to use it as a side dish, like an addition to a cake or a fruit or something, you can serve 4 out of this. Depending on what type of chocolate you use, like a milk chocolate like this will be a little bit sweeter than a dark chocolate, and a little bit richer. You can go ahead here and add in your additions if you wanted to, but what Exceed and I like to do when we get takeaway chocolate mousse, there's always this beautiful addition at the bottom. It's like the sunken gold, and it's the cold chips, like chocolate chips at the bottom, and then you dig for them at the end. And some of these little mini marshmallows at the bottom. I'm just gonna dollop that in here. Wouldn't be a molly stream if I didn't spill something. Oh, I didn't want to do that though. 4 ingredients, you can make it how you like it. And then we're just gonna finish it off with these beautiful Valentine's Day sprinkles. And look at that, chocolate mousse. Simple, delicious. Make it for yourself, make it for your loved one. So good, right? Oh, it's so light and fluffy. It's so good.